Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel DanLately, or welcome if you're new. I just want to say before I start anything else, thank you so much for the support on my first video. I'm so overwhelmed, I was not expecting that amount of support. To someone else that amount of support might not be that big, but to me it was huge because I wasn't expecting that amount of views in my first video. I was expecting 5-10 views most, but to get over 100 views in my first video and all them likes and subscriptions and stuff, it really means a lot, so thank you so much. I'm just doing this purely because I love what I do, but to get engagement like that, it does remind you to keep following your passion and doing what you're passionate about, so thank you so much. I went to Birmingham on Friday, which was really fun. I think some of you guys might have seen the pictures on Twitter. It was so fun. We went to the biggest Primark in the world. It was very busy though, so if you are not a lover of big crowds, I would highly recommend going maybe when it's been open for a month or something like that. But it is such an amazing Primark. It's got 5 floors I think and a Disney cafe, and it was just so good, and a lot of people are taking pictures and things, and it has a lot of cool products, and it's got a Disney section and a Harry Potter section, so definitely check it out if you're in Birmingham. But yeah, it's been a cool weekend and I'm just so thankful for all the support, and I've talked to a lot of other small YouTubers who have started out, and just talking to different people has really been inspiring, and I've just loved connecting with different people, and I think that's been the funny part about being a new YouTuber, just connecting with lots of different people. I've actually become a fan of a few people. I really like Gemma and Jordan. Shout out to you guys. I went to their live stream last night on YouTube, and not many people were there, which was a shame, but hopefully they will get more people. But it was such a good vibe. I enjoyed watching them. They did a mukbang, kebab mukbang. And it was just so good, and we had a good chat, and I connected with them, and it was just so good to learn about them, and just really I don't know, just engage with the YouTubers who are passionate. I can relate to them before because they were saying that they've not told their family and friends about the YouTube yet. They have told some people, but I'm the same. I've only told my mum and 1 or 2 other people. I've not really told everyone yet, and that kind of might relate to this video as well, but I will tell them at some point, I think, when my channel starts to grow and it looks like this could be a thing, but at the minute I'm just keeping it. Thank you everyone so much for the support, and hopefully to a good future. So for today's video I wanted to do something a little bit more serious. I've known I've wanted to do a video like this throughout, but I just wasn't sure when the right time would be, because I assumed I'd maybe do it later on in YouTube, or I don't know, I didn't know when I was going to do it really. But I think after overcoming that first barrier of putting my first video out there and the struggle I went through with anxiety and things, I thought that would be appropriate for a second video, just to kind of enlighten people into it if they're not aware of it already, and hopefully just bring a bit of comfort to anyone else who's going through a similar struggle. But yeah, I just kind of want to talk about my story really with anxiety, and I hope you guys enjoy listening. So I think growing up I was always a shy kid. I don't know, I think people used to always just call me shy a lot because I was really quiet. I clinged to my mum a lot, and I just didn't socialise with a lot of people. I had a few friends in school, but I was just known as the quiet kid, and I was just super quiet. But I don't think anyone, including me, thought it was necessarily anxiety. I knew I was very shy and everything, but I don't know if that was associated with anxiety or not, but I grew up being like that, so I knew something was a bit different. But I wouldn't say I was an anxious kid. I used to go out bike riding a lot. I used to be quite sociable actually with people I liked, and I used to love going out bike riding and things like that. I think when I maybe kind of started to get a bit anxious was maybe around 11 or younger, maybe 8 or something, I don't know, a bit older than that maybe. I think it was when I noticed the mean streak in kids, and kids started saying mean things I think one said to me, "Oh look, it's an 8-year-old with a mullet" or something, because I was riding my bike with my friend one day, which is funny looking back now, but things like that just really made me oh gosh, maybe I shouldn't go out as much. And then I think when I got to secondary school, I think that's when my anxiety started to go like that. Yeah, I think secondary school was definitely the turning point. I'm not sure how old I was when I'd say I got anxiety officially. I think maybe 14, 16, something in that age gap. But yeah, it was getting to the point where I didn't want to leave the house on my days off. Sometimes I can still be like that, but I didn't want to leave my house on my days off. I didn't want to go out with anyone. I didn't want to answer the phone. I kept the curtain closed. I still do that sometimes. Like, I think that's what anxiety does to you. It just makes you so paranoid and just makes you want to shut yourself away from everyone because you think everyone's out to get you, and actually they're probably not. And I think that's all to do with like from bullying and things like that. I did get a bit bullied in primary school, but it weren't as bad at primary school. I definitely enjoyed that more than secondary. I think secondary is when it did start to get worse. I weren't like, I don't think I was necessarily called ugly or anything like that. I think one girl did comment on my eyebrows. I'm not going to say her name, but I've talked to her about it. But she was like commenting on my eyebrows, being like, oh, do you ever pluck them and things like that? Because they did look a bit bushy. I guess they still do, I don't know. But like, I didn't think it was natural for a guy to like put their eyebrows, I guess, or whatever. So I don't know. I just never plucked them really. But yeah, she did pull me up on that. But then other people would say like, oh, I love your eyebrow shape and things like that. So it kind of made me think, well, does she hate him or is she jealous? I don't know. But it's not low-key trendy to like have them bushy now like Julie. But yeah, I think those were the only comments I got, and most of the comments were that I'm gay and things like that. I know like, tell me something I don't know. But yeah, I was like, tell me something I don't know, like, yeah, I know I'm not. But they'd always used to just say it, or like, oh, is he gay and things like that. And I don't know, it just really hurt because it made you feel like you're different and like, is there something wrong with me? Like, why is everyone like giving me an hard time? So I think that was the thing I faced a lot in school. And I don't know if it was necessarily because I was ashamed of being gay, maybe it was, but I think it was just the fact I was going through bullying. Like, it was just not a nice thing. Like, I'd get pushed sometimes and called names and things like that, and I just didn't want that. So I think that's kind of why I became more reserved and like kept myself to myself. I didn't have many friends in school like when I went through bullying. So yeah, it was a difficult time, but I think it made me stronger, definitely. Yeah, I just kind of want to give a little bit of a backstory to why I think I got anxiety, and now I might actually go into like the process and things like that of how I kind of dealt with it and things like that. I think me and my mum went to the doctor. I can't remember when we went to the doctor, to the GP, but I think I went when I was about like in that age gap, like I said, 14 to 16. And I don't know if they were helpful the first time. I think they were, because I think they put me onto a program. They put me onto something called CAMS. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but it's like, it was like this big house, and I don't know what it felt like, a big building, but I went there like every week or something, and I basically met up with like this therapy counsellor who was lovely, and she basically just used to like have a session with me every week, thinking like, it was kind of like cognitive behaviour therapy, I think, because she would get to the root of why I've been bullied. And I think she did help in a way, because she kind of taught me like this toolbox method. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but you have like a toolbox method and you have all these tools inside, and you use different tools for different things. You might use the hammer to like hammer negative thoughts out, or you might use the spanner to change your perspective, things like that. That kind of did help a bit, because I need to try and think of that, and I still use that sometimes, like, or if I'm anxious outside or whatever, use the spanner and change my perspective. But yeah, it was just kind of about changing your thinking and like changing your perspective on things. But I don't know, it did help in some way, but I think it definitely didn't help it go away. I think I was just going into college, and my first experience in college was absolutely awful. I can't remember how long I was there for. I think I must have been there for a few months or something, and then I dropped out because it was just so horrendous. Like, I think it was partly to do with how anxious I was, and like on my first day, like there was this girl who came up to me and she was like, oh, you look lonely, you okay? And I know she was trying to be nice, but I must have come off just really negative or something, because I just said something like, no, or like just answered really short. And I didn't mean to be rude, but I think because I was so anxious, I was just like, get away from me. And I think she took offence to that, and ever since that, she like really gave me a hard time at college, and like, she'd talk about me in class and with a friend, she'd be like, oh, look, it's him with the long brown hair, that kid, no one likes him and things like that, and it just proper hurt my feelings. But yeah, I think that was like kind of why college went bad as well, because of my anxiety, and I just ended up dropping out because I connected with a few people, but I just didn't have any friends, and it was just not a nice time, and I just weren't enjoying it, so I dropped out for about 1.5 years. Sometimes I look back at that and I regret it, but other times I look back at it and I think I had to do that, because if I hadn't have done that, I might have failed, or I might have it might have gone even worse. So I'm glad I took that break out to like deal with my anxiety and things. I think during that time, like, I think I saw another therapist, and he was a lot more helpful. I think like I gelled with him because he was gay himself, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed chatting to him every week. It was like chatting to a friend, and I was really gutted when I had to leave him. But he like did exposure therapy with me, which was a little bit hard at first, because exposure therapy you've got to be wanting and willing to do it. Because you've got to go out like every few days or whatever and do different things that make you comfortable. I definitely say that did help, but like I say, it was an ongoing process in the battle. But that definitely helped me a lot more. But it didn't work for everyone. But yeah, that really helped a lot. And then I went to this group, this anxiety group. I first went to like I think it was like an anxiety group for teenagers. But that one didn't help as much, because I looked around and I thought to myself, are you really anxious? Like, I know you shouldn't think that about people, because sometimes the louder people are the most anxious, but I was looking around at all these teenagers and they were just messing about and being really social, and it didn't even seem like an anxiety group, and I just felt like I didn't fit in, so I dropped out of that one. And then I went to another anxiety group with like more adult like people, and I really loved that one. It's probably one of the best experiences of my life. Like, it was just so good. I thoroughly enjoyed going to that every week. Like, it was just so good, and I really connected with people there, and some people cried as well. It was so emotional, like, to learn about everyone's stories, but it was such a powerful thing, like, and we did a lot of exercise and things like that, and it was honestly one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done. So I think that was kind of the turning point to when I started to like deal with my anxiety a bit better, and I think after that I went back to college. I think I went back to college in like 2016 if I'm not mistaken, or I can't even remember actually. No, I think it might be like 2015, I don't even know. But I went back to college. I think I finished in 2017. I did 2 years there, and I did manage to get 2 A-levels out of it. They were only like past the Steve, but I was so proud of myself for even getting through it, and I enjoyed the experience a lot more, and I'm glad I put myself through that, because I definitely socialised with people a lot more, and I felt like I got a bit more confidence and learnt a bit more about me, so I definitely enjoyed that experience a lot more, and I'm glad I did go back that time. It was difficult, I still went through things. There is things that they can do to help you at college with anxiety, like I got free taxi services, which I don't know if that applies to everyone, but if you do have anxiety and you struggle to travel and go on public transport, things like that, they can arrange for you to have a taxi every day or something, and that's what they did for me, which was amazing, so I'm so thankful for that. And I had a lot more support the second time as well. But yeah, that's kind of like my little story with anxiety. I didn't go to uni though, because I think after college I was like, I need to get out of education. So I'm currently in a job at the minute. Sometimes I do have anxiety with that, and I've let my manager know, but I do definitely deal with it a lot better, I think. But I think anxiety is one of them things where you have your good days and bad days, and it's never going to go away. I think that's what I've learned to acknowledge. It's never going to go away. You're going to have your good days and bad days. It's just about learning to accept it and deal with it. It was an awful thing. Like, I think I've had my really dark days with it, and like I have felt suicidal at some point because of it, and it just, honestly, it is the worst thing. Like, anyone who's going out there knows what I mean. It's just the worst thing, and it just makes you, like, all I can say is that when you go outside you do have butterflies, you have sweats, you think people are looking at you. I think the different stages of anxiety are different types, but I have like social anxiety, I think, where I get nervous around other people, in particular teenagers, because I was bullied by them in school. So yeah, whenever I'm around a teenager I just freeze, like I get so worried and think all teenagers are out to get me, when actually they're probably not. It definitely just makes you feel isolated and alone, and you're like, it's just one of the worst feelings. I won't wish it on my worst enemy. I think I'm definitely dealing with it a lot better, but I do have to let people know, maybe like, I'm anxious, you know what I mean, because I feel like if you don't let people know that you've got anxiety, they just treat you like out, basically. And even now, sometimes people think I'm putting it on or whatever, or it's fake, and it's like, no, anxiety isn't fake. Like, I wish it was, but I do genuinely struggle with things. I think it's definitely been a hindrance and the reason why I haven't done YouTube, but it's also been a blessing as well. Like, it's made me a lot stronger, and I feel like I can hopefully connect with other people who have got it, the most struggle as well. I've definitely come a long way though. Like, I travelled to cities on my own, like Birmingham, and I would have never have done that years ago, so to anyone out there, just give yourself baby steps, I think, but know that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. So yeah, that's kind of my story with anxiety, really. I don't know if I covered everything, but I just kind of wanted a little chit chat about it, and just to like hopefully bring a bit more awareness to it, even though it's kind of being talked about in a lot of places, but it's still a bit of a taboo. So yeah, if anyone out there does have anxiety, feel free to hit me up anytime. I'd love to be friends with you and connect, and I think we've just got to really stick together, people who have got anxiety and depression and things like that, because it can be really hard and you can feel lonely and isolated, but I just want to remind people that they're not, and you know, you've got a lot to live for and you've got talent and you are beautiful and you are worthy, and I just hope you never forget that. Thank you for watching. I don't know what I'm going to do for my next video, but I think I probably will do maybe a fun video, because I feel like I've done 2 scary videos and maybe need to do something a bit more upbeat. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for the support, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!